Thank you all for coming to our presentation. We are the Farm Credit Services America project working on the app status alerts. So we'll introduce the company. Farm Credit Services America is a provider of credit and insurance services. They are a credit union mainly focusing on, I think primarily, entirely focusing on, I should say, farmers, ranchers, all sorts of agribusiness, working on helping people that feed us in our state. They cover all sorts of states across the Midwest, including good old Nebraska. Move on to the people involved in the project, starting with the students. I am Garrett Spitzler. I am the squad lead and product manager for this project. I'm a senior in software engineering, which means this is my second time doing all this, but my first time doing the leadership phase. And with me is Kyle Bradley, who is our developer on this project. We also had Seamus as our development manager, and Alex, Valentina, and Byron as our other developers. As our stakeholders, we had Patrick Wolf, who's here with us right now. He was our primary sponsor and contact. We also had Mike, who's here as well, and Carrie, Ryan, Tessa, as well as other sponsors who are helping us out throughout this. I think we were a pretty notable project because we had a lot of sponsor engagement throughout, really from start to finish. Very thankful for that. I think we got a lot of access to expertise and knowledge that we did not have ourselves, and I think that really helped us speed things along, get a lot more work done that we would have done on our own. So big thank you for that. We have, for the faculty side, we had Melanie Kugler-Wright as our project manager. She was waiting in the wings, giving us a lot of support on all sorts of things across the whole project. Very helpful to me specifically as the product leader. She gives me a lot of tips there. We have Vinod, who is our tribe lead. Formerly serves as a grader, but also just gave a lot of really helpful advice throughout the project. It was very helpful. And then as our coach, we had Laman. Coach is our third-party industry person who kind of volunteers to assist in the project, give tips to the students and things like that. Really good at providing a lot of advice throughout the project. So everyone is very helpful to us from start to finish. Now we will get right into the problem that we sought to solve.
All right, so the problem that FCSA brought to us was the fact that they have to deal with many digital loan applications every single day. And for them, it works akin to a conveyor belt process where they have one step after another that different employees will work through. The big issue with this is that all of the information that they need for these loans is spread across multiple different platforms, making it rather slow to pick apart each different piece and put them all together. This can help. This can make loans get forgotten or stall in queues, and customers will get results a bit more slowly than they otherwise could have or would have. So our idea was to create an automatic email messaging system that will take all of the different pieces that they need for a loan and package them up in a simple email that will then be sent out every single day. This system is automatic, and it is done through tracking a change within the database. We see this change and then check to see if the loan has already been sent. If it hasn't been sent, then we will push forward and actually put the loan out. There are several different types of notifications that need to be sent out, so each one will have different pieces that we need to package together. The way that our system works is seeing changes within the Snowflake database. This is done through all of the Salesforce pieces going into the database and then altering it. We can track this change with our Python code that we call alert scan. This alert scan will proceed to then communicate back with Snowflake and grab more information, for example, emails or like dollar amounts. And then once we have all of this information, we'll use the FCSA messaging API system called Enterprise, and we will send an email with that to their Outlook emails. And again, we do this once per day to keep information relevant, and it creates a to-do list that allows people to look and see what they need to do for a day. I'll pass it back to Garrett.
So in terms of value, we think there's quite a bit. In terms of immediate value, this creates just faster and more efficient processing of the applications, streamlined communication, all sorts of just making things easier on the retail team. But we think a lot of the value of this project is in terms of the kind of as a stepping stone for future work that could be done. For example, we talked about how this was an internal tool, but this could very well be a external communication thing for talking to customers about their loans in real time, giving them more updates than they really currently get. We could also use it as a way of informing people about salespeople about future sales opportunities. Right now, we alerts that contact insurance officers, financial officers about when loans get booked about a week later after the loan gets filled, so that we can like check in on the customers or perhaps offer more opportunities to sell insurance. And there could be more targeted things like that that could be used for something like this. This level of being in tune with what's going on in the data. And just in general, this project kind of serves for the company as like a stepping stone for like researching this sort of snowflake-based implementation of a project like this. So they could kind of learn what we did and what worked well for us and what didn't work well for us, and keep that in mind when they do their own work in the future. In terms of highlights for the students, in terms of what we learned, I think we got quite a bit out of this project. The biggest one for me, I would say, as someone who was trying to write the tests, was I learned that it was pretty beneficial to think about the tests before you start writing the code that the test will be testing. Basically, the code we had was not very easy to test in the current state that it was, just with how much connecting to SQL it had to do, and that we kind of learned a lot in terms of like how we should have stepped back and started doing the tests first and not the code first. In terms across the entire team, I think we all got more comfortable dealing with working on large projects at the same time. We had a lot of different people working on different parts of the project, and sometimes the changes we'd make in the data would, in the code, I would say, would kind of overlap, and we had merge conflicts, and we had to get more comfortable dealing with those merge conflicts, as well as just the entire pull request process, kind of something that was unfamiliar to a lot of the students, and that was something we all kind of got to do more personally, which is great. And then one more big one we had was that we got better at communicating with our sponsors, just regularly over Teams. Something senior design kind of asked us to focus on is to have these sort of weekly meetings with the sponsors where we do all our communication. But we kept finding that we had questions that could have been answered in a day, but we were instead only asking them every week. And we kind of got better at just asking the questions as we had them and getting the answers before that meeting, rather than only doing the questions every week, which kind of allowed us to work a lot faster and had us be a lot more comfortable with working professionally and communicating professionally over Teams. So we're going to move into questions now. Do people have any questions about our project? All right, well, I'm not hearing any, so we will move into the thank you phase. I think I give an award now, if I can set the mic down.
Give award to. Yeah, thanks. Let's.